Debenhams has been subject to quite a lot of newspaper column inches recently. In the past few days the share price has been gyrating, and that's really reflective of the market's perceptions of the future for Debenhams. Whether it has a future or not is probably the starkest way of putting it. The next 6 weeks as we run up to Christmas will be probably make or break in terms of how they trade. Black Friday is coming up next week, or this week actually. It's widely reported that, as with other department stores, the model generally is under pressure. Debenhams has got additional problems with, when it was in private equity hands a few years ago, they sold and leased back the freehold property estate, which has left them with apparently 2/3 of the stores they're paying an excess amount of rent in, which, along with other cost pressures, is causing the company not to be as profitable as it needs to be. And the chairman recently announced measures to try to restore the profitability of the group by taking out 100 million of costs. In part that will be through trying to close 50 stores over the next few years, the less profitable ones, and also to try to negotiate rents down with other landlords. However, if it probably doesn't have a good trading session going up to Christmas, and it probably isn't as successful as it'd like to be in lowering rents with landlords through negotiation, there's a possibility that it could enter into a CVA next year. I think with the adverse press speculation about the company at the moment, it's just cancelled its dividend. There's a likelihood that sort of, again, probably in the new year, suppliers will either reduce or remove credit limits, and similarly banking lines might get similarly affected, which again probably points towards the possibility of a CVA in the new year. The one potential jewel they still have in the crown is a subsidiary called Magazine du Nord, which they may be able to sell, according to press speculation, for 100 to 200 million, which would give the company additional firepower to fund its restructuring. But I think there's potentially shareholders that are trying to resist a quick sale of that, and that might hamper that realisation of funds to help fund the turnaround. Apparently Sports Direct, they own about 29% of Debenhams, and they're known not to be keen on an early sale of that business. So for Debenhams, I guess it's watch this space, but there's certainly critical times for the business.